You guys can say your name and whatever. Go ahead.
Okay, I wasn't ready. I was not ready. Hey guys, my name is Tosin. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Teflon Toast.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
He's annoying. Hi, I'm Marianne. Y'all already know me. Can't get no better than this.
Okay.
What's up? Giorgio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Giorgio on what? On Instagram?
Gio Lanoop on IG and Twitter.
Okay, I'm gonna put their stuff below anyway, so y'all already know how that goes. Okay, so I don't know if y'all seen, but like Wale mentioned like how his mom didn't show affection, so it's hard for him to show affection to his daughter and even dating people.
That your parents' marriage had an effect on like you as a man. Because me, I never saw my parents. I'm Nigerian. Both my parents Nigerian, and I grew up very, very Nigerian. My mother was always gone. My father was always driving cabs. So a lot of it come from TV.
Right.
Hyper different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can watch Martin and try to understand what a relationship is like when you get older. Ooh. And then you go home and you don't see your parents even hug, nothing. Honey, I'm home. What is this honey, I'm home y'all talking about? I don't know this. I just see come home. It's like a business almost. You know what I'm saying? Right. Any Nigerian person that's watching this right now understands, like, we love our parents. We love our parents to death. I could count on one hand how many times I've even heard them say I love you to each other, let alone me.
Yeah, so we're just going to touch on a couple of different things. I'm going to ask some questions and we're going to go from there, okay? Ooh. Okay. What was that? I don't really get it. Okay, so the first question is, describe your relationship with your parents. Like, are they affectionate? Like, what's up? So, you can go.
I gotta go first for everything?
It don't matter. Anybody can talk for real.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so my relationship with my parents, I think it's really good. Like, we can speak often. It's not like, I guess, how relationships with, I guess, like media might portray, like the parents who like can tell their kids, or the kids tell their parents like about their sex life or their like, you know what I'm saying, relationship life. We not like that, like best friends locked in.
But y'all can talk about like regular stuff.
Yeah, like regular stuff. They always, of course, care for your well-being, what you got, what you're doing now. But like, I don't think neither of my parents are like, they extended the invite at least, but you know what I'm saying, like naturally.
Yeah.
Not really.
My parents cool. I'm the youngest, so my parents are a little older. I have like older siblings, but my mom is less affectionate than my dad. My mom is, you know, she'll show her affection by cooking for you, you know, making sure you're good. But my dad is actually like affectionate, like, oh, you know, I love you, my baby. But so yeah, but I think I took from my mom more than my dad, because my dad wasn't here for a long period of time, so I started acting like my mom. So, which she's not.
Where y'all? Both of y'all, you're Nigerian too, right? You're Nigerian. You're
no.
Okay.
Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
It's like that. So we're all Nigerian except for him.
I'm Ghanaian. So, my relationship with my parents is pretty good as well. I really just got closer with my dad as of recently, but I'm like the middle child, so I tend to just keep a lot of things to myself. But in general, like, I can talk to them. Like, they want me to open up and speak to them more, but in general, I'm just like a very private person in that aspect. But in general, like, my mom, she's dope. Like, she's mad cool. All my friends are cool with her. She invites everybody over, so she's really like laid back and real chill. My dad is pretty much the same, so yeah, we have a pretty cool relationship.
Okay, I'm like really cool with both of my parents, but my mom is way less affectionate than my dad. My dad is super affectionate. He's so cool. Like, so that's my relationship with my parents. And I feel like the older I get, the more they're trying to get closer and talk about like sex and stuff. And I'm just like, ew, like that's weird.
Not that deep.
Yeah. Exactly. You should have started that when we was young. We're too old to be. That's weird. I'm too old to be talking to you about that now. Like, I don't get it.
Teenagers is when you.
Exactly. Like, all the
probably still wouldn't. That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. The only thing they've ever said about sex is if you get pregnant, that's it. You're out. That's it. That's the only thing I've ever heard. They've never said nothing like, come talk to me. Use protection. That's all they talk about. They don't really give you advice, really.
I don't think my parents have ever even mentioned sex.
For real, like they never said like
That's
well, they
crazy.
never said if you get pregnant you get out.
That's crazy.
Okay, my parents say I thought a lot of people's parents say if you get pregnant you get out.
She to me yesterday.
Like
you get pregnant?
Yeah, she said me this.
Okay, yeah, my
No,
mom
she
always
just said be
Yeah,
careful.
we
She's
said
like,
that.
yo. She's like, yo.
See, my parents
get
know I'm a
nobody
good girl,
pregnant.
so they know they don't even gotta worry about that. So they don't have to tell me that.
My mom said, I'm glad you haven't gotten anybody pregnant.
Yeah.
To this day. So
Yeah.
just
Like-
keep it going. That's it. So yeah.
Okay, the next question is, does this bother you or is it just something you're used to? Like, do your parents compliment the way you look and tell you they love you? Like, do you care about that? Do they do it? All of that?
So it's actually funny. I was having a conversation with my mom recently, and I told her I was like when I was growing up younger, I didn't really hear my parents tell each other that they loved them. So it was like it's very uncommon to me. I don't know if you guys share the same sentiments, but
Yeah.
to me it was like I really never heard my parents say to each other that they loved each other. So I guess like in relationships, it was kind of rare for me to come and be like, yo, like, I love you type shit. And I only recently started saying I love you, like, to everybody, like, when I get off the phone with them, just because somebody really dear to me passed away, and I was like, I don't want this to be the last time I say I love you. So every time I get off the phone with somebody I love, I'd be like, yo, I love you, be safe.
Does it bother you that your parents aren't like that, or it's just like whatever? Because I'm not used to it, so I'm not always depressed.
I won't say it bothers me. It doesn't really bother me. You just kind of have to grow from it in a sense. Like you can't use that as an excuse growing forward. Like we're growing older, so you can't be like, oh, my parents never told me that they love me, so I'm not gonna.
I feel like that to other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it bother you, especially being like a girl? Like
No. I'm used to it. I'm so used to it, and like I know they love each other. Like so, but I think, like I said, my dad's more affectionate, so he'll say he loves, like he'll say he loves you to like the kids and stuff. But my mom, I've heard my mom say I love you maybe once in my life, but once. But I don't feel any type of way because I know she loves me.
Exactly.
That's just not her way of showing affection. Where my dad, that is his way of showing affection.
Right.
But no, it doesn't bother me.
And some people parents say they love you all day long, but their kids all over the place. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not that deep. Yeah. I think I'm just used to it now for real. Like it's not. I'm not about to cry about it. And you know when you're treated somehow since you were being young, you think that's okay. It's kind of weird. It's really not okay if you think about it. We think it's so normal.
Like we really normalize it. Like everybody's like, yes.
It's not that deep. Oh my gosh, when my friends used to come over when I was younger, certain things they'd be like, "Oh, she did." I'm like, "It's not that deep. I don't care. Like your mom just beat you with a baseball bat. It's okay. Like you know, like but you know, like we think it's so.
You're good. Yeah, like you're good.
Are you okay? Are you, bro? It's not that deep. Like it's not that deep. Like it's really sad. Does it bother you, Tosin?
I don't think it bothers me. I think low key at one point it did, but recently too. I don't know if it's like a mama's boy thing though. Like my mom is definitely more affectionate, like by a mile, a lot of miles. So I don't know. It doesn't bother me, but it's like I think it would have helped. You know what I'm saying? For my dad to be like, oh, you look nice. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, compliment.
Yeah, so that's the next question basically. So I guess we just going. So like, did your parents compliment you growing up and being affectionate? Did that affect your self-esteem? So like for me, I'm dark and I was always picked on when I was little. So every time I would literally go home and be like, "Mommy, they call me black." She's like, "And so go beat them back."
Yeah, I'm dead.
Like you're supposed to say your black is beautiful or you look beautiful. Like you know, she's like, "And so like what in the world?" Like now I'm crying even more, and now I'm depressed because like what is your issue? Like literally, she's never said like, "No, don't worry about them. They're just nothing." She just be like, "Go be like that's rude. That's not even funny. That's actually me." So like I think it really did affect my self-esteem. Until like I got to like high school and like my friends started telling me I'm pretty or people around me, but my parents never really said. My dad did because I mean he has to. He's dark. That's why I'm dark. Like you're gonna hate yourself, but my mom is a lot lighter than me. So I mean I know she she don't think I'm ugly, but she just didn't feel the need to tell me every second, I guess, or tell me period. So I don't know. It did affect my self-esteem until like I got friends and stuff like that. So
my mom started complimenting me more, like
now, right?
more now. But when I was younger, she was always like, my mom is so disrespectful because she won't even say anything. She'll just look at you like, and I'm like, do I look okay? Am I inappropriate? I don't get it. And then she just is that. But my mom, I didn't really get compliments that much growing up. I didn't think much of it, but I see how it affected me because I don't take compliments well. Like, I'm starting to take compliments well, but I'm not used to getting complimented all the time. So if people compliment me, it makes me feel like awkward or uncomfortable. Not because like, I don't know, like I appreciate them, but sometimes I'll be like, stop, or like, and people think like, oh, she's trying to be all fake humble, but it makes me a little uncomfortable. Like,
does it make it comfortable, like just one compliment, or is it when people because when people overdo it,
I'm
yeah,
like,
that's
okay.
uncomfortable.
And then it's just too much attention, and I'm just like, all right.
Yeah. Or are you like lying and enticing it? Like, I don't get it.
I'm trying to learn just say, okay, oh, thanks, boo, or like, thank you, dude, instead of just me like, stop, well, girl, no, I don't, or like, you know. But I feel like that kind of could be a reason.
How is it for guys? Like, what do dads even say?
Like, we don't pay attention to compliments, and I don't think they think of giving us compliments because it's like,
look good, boy.
My mom would say
my aunts used to like tell me that I was cute, you know.
Yeah.
All my aunties used to be like, "Oh, you're handsome," like that's cool, but we're not necessarily like looking out for compliments. So it's like it's not even like a thought. I don't know if you feel the same, Tosin.
We definitely not looking out for it, but I think we don't look for it is because
it never happened.
It never happened, yeah. If we saw it happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never even heard. I mean, I've never heard my dad like really go out his way to like compliment my parents, my mom. I mean,
yeah.
It's like it's not for us too. He wasn't the most. Oh, you guys look sharp. Y'all look. You know what I'm saying? My mom would. Oh, you look cute, boy. But that's kind of like college. You know, moving on.
And
you know
even more recently, like
while you growing up, it's just he's so handsome. It's just like it don't really mean nothing. So once you get older and you it might feel different not having it.
Do y'all think like this affects how does it affect, you can talk about your dating life and your friendship life, like does it affect you and stuff, like how does it affect it?
I think it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of kind of what not to do in a sense, like if you didn't see affection or like people like really going out their way to just make somebody smile, it lets you know that maybe I should try this because this wasn't there growing up.
Oh, so like what they didn't do, you wanted the opposite?
Kind of. Like it kind of gives you a little bit of what not saying like they were wrong.
Oh, it made you feel sad and you want to feel happy, kind of.
A little bit. Them not complimenting you growing up, it doesn't make you like depressed that they didn't compliment you, but you might see your friends who like are real cool with their parents and you're like, dang, like that's fine. Like I wish you know what I'm saying? So it lets you know like, oh, for my relationships, I want to do it like that. So possibly it can be better, you know what I'm saying?
I want to say something because I think this will affect y'all answers too. Because I'm just thinking about, this is so random, but like I swear on Valentine's Day, like all my friends growing up, their parents used to give them stuff to show they love you. My mom especially used to be like, Valentine's is for me. You need to show me like I only gave my mom gifts, but other parents, it's for love. It's not for mom or it's not for girlfriend. It's for everyone. You're supposed to show your dog, your mom, your dad, your brother, everyone you love them. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Like, but so my mom, I used to get sad because I'm just like, dang. My people are like, oh, my mom got me this teddy bear and the flowers. I'm just like, dang. Like, do you think that affects us? Giving is both ways, but we put a lot of pressure on guys when it comes to Valentine's Day. So like, do y'all know how to like do stuff for girls and things like that? Like, did y'all see y'all parents do it and did y'all get it from that, or you just made that up yourself? Like, it's easier when your dad teaches you stuff like, women like this, like,
Yeah. I think that's how
I never got taught like what to do like for a woman. I think it was just more so like what I would like to see my mom get. Like that was me. I just wanted to see my mom be happy, so I'm like, whatever I'll do to like make her happy, I'll do for another woman. I would be affectionate if you deserve the affection.
Okay, so it's not hard. It's not like a difficult, weird thing.
I wouldn't say hard. I just think it'll just be slightly out your comfort zone just because you never really got it. So it's like it'll be kind of going out your way.
That's true.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's because of my dad, but I'm not like the best at like giving it. I know how to and I have, but I'm not like 100% like it's just so natural to like just show affection.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's because I didn't see it. That could be like subconscious or something. I don't know, but I'm not like the best at it just naturally to just do it. I probably haven't thought about that either.
Yeah, it's like we don't really think about stuff, because sometimes you think and you might be like, that's not it. I think I'm just not like that. But like I really didn't realize how your race really do affect you. At first I'm just thinking like everybody's so dramatic and annoying. No, it really do be affecting you. I'll be thinking like, oh dang, that's probably why. Like, it really does affect you. Like, so
I feel like I didn't realize how much I lacked affection until I got to college. Even like I got to college and more friends, like, everybody likes to do hugs. I'm not really a hugger. Like, I mean, I'll hug. It's weird because I'll hug, like, maybe acquaintances, like, oh, hey, boo. But like, I don't hug my close friends because that's like
weird.
That's weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. And then I feel like also when I crossed, my line sister showed me like I saw different ways that girls act and how they show affection and how and I'm just like, okay, I'm so straightforward and kind of like, I'm not really like, okay, well, how do you feel? I'm not that I'm not empathetic, but I don't show it the way people show it. So, and I think that's just from me growing up too, because when you're sad or growing up, when you're not like a baby, when you pass baby and but you're like maybe a teenager, preteen, if you're sad or crying, your parents are going to be like, oh, what's going on? How are you? They're going to be like, what? Why are you crying?
You make me more sad.
You get over your sadness or your anger, and then you move on. Like, so I'm used to that, but not everybody's like that. You have to kind of butter them up or ask them, how you doing? How do you feel? This and that. When I'm just like, okay, let me just be mad, sad, get it out, and then I'll be good.
Yeah. Our parents never. I feel like my parents never like ever came to me like, if anything is wrong, you can talk. How I be seeing people do. I don't know if I watch too many movies or what, but I be seeing that. Like, they be like, anything you can talk to me. My mom would just walk past, like, they don't even know this. She didn't even know I was sad today. I could have been crying. It could be red. I just woke up, literally, like, I just woke up. I've been crying. Like, okay, like they don't pay us no mind. So that's how I don't feel like it affect me to be affectionate. I don't think so. Maybe a little bit, but not a lot. I don't think I'm not affectionate like to my friends, and even when dating, I feel like I'm okay, to be honest. And it's because of my dad, not because of my mom. Honestly, like me having my dad there gave me that balance. If my dad wasn't affectionate, then I probably would be like that. Like, I probably would be weird. But my dad is like, he keeps all my cards since I was like, he has cards for me since like 6th grade. I mean, since I was 6 years old. Like, stuff like my mom. As soon as she open the money, throw the cards. Like, nothing. She didn't even read. Didn't even read anything. Like, and it's okay because like, she learned that from, her parents and things like that. But yeah, so like, that's just how I am. I don't think I'm that bad. Do you think it would be hard for you to show affection to your kids later on in life? How do you think it will affect you on that? No? Not at all. Like, do y'all even like kids? Like, how do you, like, I think when I was scared.
That's another discussion.
Okay. I'm scared. Okay. I don't really like kids, which it sounds bad, but I don't really like kids that much. But I'm trying. I like my niece. So I feel like at first I'm like, I don't like kids. Like, I'm not. But my niece, when you have like somebody, like if I were to have a kid, obviously it's going to be different from how I view kids, because when my niece came along, she's like my everything, she's my world. But I'm not like how people are so good.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm not like that. Like, I don't show affection. I love babies, but I don't know. I don't show affection well at all. Like, this video is actually making me like, damn. No, but it's not.
That's real.
I don't do this. I don't do that. So you just be carrying her around, don't you?
No, I mean, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I personally think having a child is gonna
Child. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's gonna wholeheartedly change your perspective on like how you look at kids and how you look at even showing affection, because that's yours. Like you're gonna wanna make sure that they're good no matter what. So it's like, I know for a fact, like when the time comes for me and I have a child, I'll be so affectionate. Like I'll be 100% there, like no matter what.
Do y'all think y'all gonna do like you know how we said that our parents don't talk to us about like relationships or sex, and do y'all think y'all gonna talk to them like
absolutely
for sure?
The ones that don't talk to their kids about it be the ones with top kids. Like,
that's all we don't be, you know, like
unless like you know, I mean. Not everybody, unless you're like raised right now. But the people who don't talk to their kids about their kids, they don't even know that their kids are just in the streets, like belong to the streets.
And at least even, God forbid, but at least even if your kids are in the street, I can tell you how to raise a baby the right way. You know that, or you're not gonna hide it from me for a long time. Some people be hiding to like 7 months or like crazy stuff like that. What do y'all think is a good age, like to talk like? So
I say you gotta start from when they're like a child, like if from it, no, not about sex and stuff. Oh my God, not about sex, but like you know that kind of connection with your child. Like,
just be real close with them.
When we was kids, it was just shut up, I keep. That doesn't help, but like, alright, I'm not gonna say
nothing. How was sex today? Like, you have a experience, like, you know, just
not just when you do your homework. Like,
exactly.
My parents, like, you want to be. I be seeing like we see all the celebrities and their kids, and they be FaceTime every day. Yeah, what you doing? Like, I'm nervous to call. Growing up, I'm nervous to call my mom, but like, what? I might be in trouble for something I don't even know. So I don't want to be able to change that with my kids for sure.
For me, it was like honestly growing up, like when my parents came home, it was like, did you do your homework? That was the end of the conversation. I don't know.
Did you do your homework and did you eat?
Yeah, like I don't know if it's we didn't really like engage in conversation past like how was your day? What did you get up to? Did you have fun today? Like we didn't get past like we didn't have those kind of conversations.
I like that.
That's serious.
Did you make any friends in school?
Yeah, like you didn't go past that.
No.
It was more so like, did you do your homework? Like, let me see.
Damn.
That's it.
A good age to start talking to your kids about sex.
Like maybe like 15, 16.
13.
13. Boy, you
should be working on it. Look at kids today. Look at how kids today. When we have kids, they're exposed so much early. Like honestly, even 10. Even when they get their period.
No, that's true. It's yeah, honestly, that's definitely true. Then I wonder if like people lie, period. But I wonder if it's like African like kids lie a little more because they're so scared of everything. Okay, y'all, my camera died, but we were just basically saying like how because our parents were so strict and extra that we always had to like lie a lot. So I'm just saying like, you know, we had to end up being liars. We have to end up being liars for yourself. I know, but no, let me not even say we. I mean, because like I said,
natural. I don't lie.
No, I was just saying
like if I have to, I can do it very easily.
Exactly. I don't really. I was saying I don't lie. They said that like I didn't even mean to say we because I didn't lie because I had no.
Because she was just like beat me down.
No,
she just surrendered herself.
No, because I was like I'd rather get beat than that being on my conscience, so just beat me. But he said he's a habitual liar.
No, I said as a child I was.
He said he is, so y'all heard
it. Was. Hey, childhood was rough. Alright? Avoid get beaten or
that's the thing though, I never got beaten. I'm the youngest, so I feel like they got through, they stop caring the, younger you get.
What?
For me at least.
Stop caring the younger you get. Oh yeah.
For the youngest child, I got
it's because y'all girls. It's because y'all girls.
No, boys don't care.
Even more.
Y'all can't with everything.
Boys got beat way more.
I'm the youngest, so I was telling you.
No, they do not care what y'all do because y'all can protect yourself. They don't come. Women, they be geeked.
What are y'all talking about?
What do you feel like?
We got beat. Boys get beat. They look at you and they're like, oh, it's a girl.
They care what the boys do, I'm telling you.
Because we can take the pain more. Like, they beat us. Like I don't. My sister. I don't even remember my sister getting beat like one
a couple
time.
times. My dad beat me once in my life.
Sure, the first place runner for beatings.
And she just throws
out of my siblings, I'm the first place. Yeah.
I'm dead and throw stuff. Like, okay, bro. Like, I don't have time for all of that. The last question is: do you guys blame your parents? And do you guys blame your parents for how they treated you and everything? But also, we do have to keep in mind that that's how they were treated. You know, so yeah.
No, I honestly don't blame my parents. I mean, I kind of like in some instances, I wish that it was different, but I feel like in the same breath, it kind of shaped me for who I am today in the sense that you can learn from their mistakes. Because if everything was perfect, then you would have nothing to learn from and nothing to correct.
And I feel like it helps us not being so sensitive. Don't y'all feel like we are not
I'm not sensitive, but it affects my sensitivity to others.
Yes.
Because like,
agreed.
If somebody can tell me an issue and I'm just like, to me, my first instinct is like, I'll either think like it's not that deep, or it was your like, were you not the one that put yourself in that situation? Like, I don't know why I think like that, but it's like it makes me lack like empathy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
But I'm trying to get better, obviously.
Yes. She don't got empathy.
Y'all heard that?
You got no empathy.
I don't really blame my parents for it because you know they learn. That's where they learn. But I don't blame them. But you have to think about it. If we keep going on, who's gonna stop it? So I don't blame them, but I do wish they could be the one they could have stopped it. So I would have been bomb, and then I would have treated my kids. You know, I'm going to treat my kids. That's real good. You know, like it has to stop somewhere. And we're saying, oh, we're gonna be mushy, we're gonna be affectionate, but do we really? It's gonna be hard for us. We're gonna try it, but you don't realize till we actually have kids and stuff. We gotta like break that like cycle. We have to break it.
I feel like it's gonna be easier for us to break it because for one, we're the first generation in America.
That's true. You're right.
So if they had stayed in Nigeria, this wouldn't even be a topic of conversation for them because that's just how the culture is. It's
how
like
the culture is.
Because like, which is all honestly why we think like we're in America, so we think, oh, this is the issue. This is this. They're not sensitive. People in Nigeria don't really think like that. It's just life. But so we obviously can't break it, but. It's not their fault because you know they grew up in a different time and in a different country,
and they probably way nicer to us than who they be
so nice to us.
No, they be saying stuff like I couldn't even sit in the same room. Why can I sit next to you? But I can't even look at my dad. I can't even look at my why can't I look at my dad? Like this is my dad. I'm scared. Like no,
it is crazy.
And also at least we have like American friends to teach us. Like you know it's good to be this way. They have all African friends in Africa, so they all just.
Everybody was just doing the same shit. Everybody was getting the same
Everybody.
Girl,
I can't wait to go get beat. Like.
Hey,
Let me stop. Do you blame your parents? Like you?
Nah, of course not. They did the best they could. I think, like he was saying, like I think we turned out good. The only issue is like comparing yourself to like the American families you see growing up. You're like, damn, I wish I had that. They did what they could. Like like you said, I'm sure my grandparents treated my parents like the stories I've heard way worse.
Definitely.
They definitely tried, and I give them credit, even though it's weird now. Like they be trying to still.
Yeah, they are trying.
It's good enough for me. Like it's
I'm like, is it because we're older? Like,
yeah,
my mom is talking to me. Like, she be talking to me. I'm like,
we turned out to be good kids. Like,
and that's what they wanted.
There's a lot of kids that
so they like
very wayward. Like we've all done what we had to do. So
they could chill out. They're calm.
Yeah. So they're like, okay. Now you're growing up to the adult that I envisioned you to be. So
exactly, and that's honestly their goal when it comes to the country.
It is
to have kids, and we can be better, even better than they were. So their focus is to make us better than they were. It's not to be all lovey-dovey and gushy. They want to. That's why they're always asking, "How's school? How's this? How's that? How's this?" Because they want us to be better.
Really want us to be
but in hand, it kind of affected our levels of affection, but. It was for a good cause, essentially.
Exactly.
So would you do you wish it had went different? Because like what y'all just saying, I kind of don't, because that is true. It made it so tough. So I don't regret. Like I don't regret it. It made it so tough. Because people really be. I hate to say this, and I don't know why people really be on Twitter. I be like, y'all are so like they be crying. We be like, oh, I thought like they be crying.
No, I don't know. It's new Twitter because. In 2012,
no, people go on Twitter. You're right. right.
New social media.
No, you're right.
People just soft. That's
New
what it
social
is.
media.
Everybody's soft.
Yeah.
I'm happy though that I didn't have different parents though, cause I'm not trying to like, bam out on nobody, but there's a lot of people whose parents was like completely, oh, that's my friend, like their parents and them had like a friend relationship.
I don't like that. That's weird.
They turned out like completely out of pocket.
Like you'll be like, oh, I'm smoking on the balcony with my mom. Ew, like that's weird. No, I don't want to be that cool. That's weird. No, that's weird.
I'm cool being friends with my kids, but not like
too cool. Yeah. I still don't want to. And I know.
I mean, it gets to a point where it's like once they're older.
Yeah, maybe once they're older. Yeah, because it's like most of us could drink.
Once they've done what they have to do,
not 12 or 13.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not 12 or 13. But once they're older, they have. Like, they have their shit together and they're good, and you can be like, okay,
that's valid.
I'm proud of you. You're successful. You're doing what you have to do.
I can chill out. I don't have to yell. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
you can get drinks together,
for sure.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. So y'all can say y'all at names again. I'm gonna drop it below also. So thank you everybody for doing this video. And okay.
Yeah, I know you can follow me.
It's so annoying.
No, y'all can follow me at Teflon on Toast everywhere.
You can follow me at o.marianne on Instagram.
Follow me, Jill Lanoop,